Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade, and I'm here today to do a Mask Make Monday. Today's project is a tearaway notebook. It's a great way to use up scraps, and this page was out of a field guide. The base of it was out of a fish field guide, and this you could tuck into any pocket, inside your journal, or you could do it as the page, grab the page like that. And the purpose of this is that the person that gets the journal can then take these little bits and add them throughout their journal wherever they see fit, or it could just be a tactile experience, just feeling the different textures. So that's one version. Another version is just this one where I've taken a base piece. This is this pretty cardstock. And I've just attached a bunch of the long strips to it, and then I've covered the staples on both sides on this one. This one I did not cover the staples on the back. You obviously could. So I'm going to show you how to do both of these styles today. We're going to start with the notebook style. I have this page out of, it's a different field guide. This one's Habitats. And so, oh, there's a little bit of the string from where it was bound. So those are some very beautiful images. So all you do to get started is you just gather together your little scraps, your different lengths. If they're too long, I like to fold them in half, but not straight. I like to do it askew, so that way it adds some, some interest to it. And I just kind of start laying them out, deciding, what bits I want to go ahead and use, and ripping them off at about the right length. Obviously, they don't need to be any specific length. You do want them to kind of fit in there, but at the same time, depending on your purposes, it might be okay for it to hang out some. I don't know your design preferences. You get to decide. That's one of the great things about the junk journal world, is that each of us get to create our own unique items. So there we go, and let's see, this bit of tea stained, or alcohol ink stained. I think this is tracing paper. I've just spritzed a little bit of alcohol ink on at some point. And I just kind of continue to layer up until I feel like I have enough, to make sure that it still closes, still stays pretty flat. And then I go back and I decide, okay, well, I really want this one here, and that one there, and I stack them up. However, I decide at the end exactly how I want them. I feel like I need another something on top of this one. So I'll just grab this bit here, and is that maybe if I overlap it here. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Sometimes you just gotta finagle things, scooch them around just a little bit until you're happy. And this part can be a little tricky, but you gotta pick it up. I'm gonna just grab this is a Tim Holtz tiny attacher, but you could totally use a full-size stapler. And I just staple along the top, a whole series of them, because you want it, you want to put a lot of staples in, not because it really needs that many to hold it, but because you want them to tear it out. So the more staples they are, the easier stuff is to tear out, because it's more perforated. And so it's just right across the top there. And there you go. And you see, and then you take another piece, and cover the top there if you want. Just glue in a bit. If you don't like the staples did get a little weird, so I think I will go ahead and add this little bit as a topper. But I don't all the time. You could add fabric to these as well. I don't happen to have any fabric right this second, right here, where I can grab it. There we go. And then there you go. All your staples disappeared, and you have this nice little, cute little notebook. And here we go, and then we're going to do another one, and this is just a basic bookmark blank. And again, you just start grabbing up your scraps and just layer them up however you see fit. There really is no wrong way to do this. And each one is going to be unique because each set of scraps is unique. I've never met two scrap piles that are exactly the same. I don't know about you guys. This just doesn't seem to be how it works. So, there we go. And let's see, have anything else? Yeah, music page, basic page. Maybe under that. There we go. And then maybe this bright white, this short one that just has the letter A on it. Yeah, I like that. Okay. The skinnier ones like this are a little easier to pick up. And then again, you just staple right across the top in a series of staples, however many seems to work for your particular project. And then if you want to cover the top, here's a nifty little trick for you. Take a piece that's the right width, but taller than you need it to be. Put glue all over them staples. And put the paper on there, but only glue it like halfway down, you know, and then flip it over, add some more glue, and fold. And now you've covered both sides of the staples with one piece of paper. That does add a finishing element to it. It's kind of have to hold it for a second because of all the angles, you know, all the depth of the staples. It's a lot of glue that it's got to, you know, figure out what to do with itself. This glue, if it gets all weird and globby like that, I have ink on my fingers from another project I was working on a minute ago, so sometimes it gets a little dark and weird, you know, but you can always just rub it off, which is awesome. So there we go. Good as new. Better because now it serves a purpose. These, you know, these could have been just scraps that were thrown away, but instead, now they have a job, you know. So, and you can, again, you can continue to do this in as many ways as you can possibly think of to do it in. There really is no right or wrong. There's, you know, there's no wrong shape. Here, let's use this as a base. Oh, that's a little too long, so rip it there. Add this piece. This is another option too. If it's too long, you want it to be within the space, just flip it up like that. Add this. It's nice and crinkly. Kind of let it stick up there. Fold over the top maybe. Add that guy. And a music paper. Fold that guy up. Well, we'll flip it over so that way it folds it under since this one's going to be on top. So, and you definitely could glue these as well. I prefer the staple method, but you definitely could glue them. I've seen these done by a bunch of different people. This is just my take on them. Not my idea, not claiming it at all, but this is, you know, it's a great little way to use up your scraps. Again, if you're really worried about it, you can cover the staples. I'm not going to on this one. But there we go. There's another. Let me go ahead and check the time. Okay, we have time to do one more. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's see, what do I want to use as my base? Let's use this little, okay, we'll use this field guide. This is just a single sheet as opposed to the double sheet. So it won't have the cover piece, but it will, you know, give that stability, give that something. So we'll just layer up. Let's see, what other pieces do I want to use? Let's see, that piece, maybe those. There's this interesting piece of greenery. So let's go ahead and let's start by putting that guy on, and that guy. Stick that guy there. We'll put this kind of offset a little better. Right there, kind of in the center. Might need to trim off his ends. Stick that guy. So just got that music sheet tucked in where I want it, and I think that that'll be good. Let me gently pick it up. And well, let's go ahead and just glue this one, so that way I can show that yes, I'm not pulling your leg, it can be done. And so what I do is I just start with a line of glue across the top, and then I stick my piece down, and then whatever piece I want next to it, stick down. I don't worry about that other overhang at the moment. See, I think I have this guy in here, tucked in like so. And then I come back, add just that little bit of glue, and then do another line of glue across the top, and add another layer. So as you can see, it really is just that simple to glue it. It's not, you know, any harder. Some people probably think this would be easier. I don't care for it as much. I like the aesthetic of the staple. I just think it's prettier. So there we go. And sometimes it takes a second. You kind of have to hold it because it is glue. So it takes a minute to adhere. Okay, yeah, that one is all the way down. Okay. And then, let's see. Well, yeah, we need a topper because we have a lot of spooginess going on. So, let's see. All those colors aren't getting else in there. Here we go. We'll go with this one. Go with this piece. There we go. And now all of the extra glue, you know, it's just going to hold on this upper piece. So there we go. So I hope you like these scrappy notebooks. These are great fun. These are great little additions to your junk journals that you're getting as gifts or selling. Because they're interactive. You know, they allow the purchaser, the owner, to customize it themselves without you having decorated so much into it. You could also use a cluster to go across the top if you have some long skinny clusters. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm not sure if I said it yet in this video. I'm recording several videos today, several of these mass makes, so that way I just have them, you know, on hand to go out. So like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. I have videos coming out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for now. So Mondays are obviously Mass Make Mondays. Thank you very much for joining me for these. So come back often. I appreciate your time. Thank you.